I'm going to open this video by reading a poem from 10 Ox Herding Pictures, and the name of the poem is Search. Vigorously cutting a path through the brambles, you look for the ox. Rivers wide, mountains far, the path gets longer. Running out of strength, mind exhausted, you cannot find it. Rustling of maple leaves, singing of evening cicadas. So, the question, or the sort of topic of this is both very simple and also very complicated and scary in a way. And the topic is, what are you looking for? So it's at first glance, it kind of seems like a, I guess, deceptively simple question. What are you looking for? Are you looking for where you parked your car? Are you looking for a really good book to read? Are you looking for someone to fall in love with? Or maybe do you not know what you're looking for, but you know that that there's something, that you want something? And I'm going to spoil the ending of this, and I'm going to let you know now, so I'm not leading you on, that I can't tell you what you're looking for if you don't know, and I also can't give you advice on how to find it. Instead, the advice that I have, and entirely up to you whether you want to take it or not, is based on my own experience. So, for all of my life, I always had this feeling like and I still do, by the way, that there's something that I want, or there's something that I need, and it's just whatever it is exactly. I might give it different names. I might say it's a good job, or it's a nice apartment, or a partner who really gets me, or something like that. Whatever name I give it, right? It's always there, and it's always this thing that I want. It's always just a little bit further than I can reach. Whatever it is, this thing that I'm looking for, I know I feel that it's there, but it's a little bit out of my grasp. It's a little bit out of sight. And I was trying to describe this feeling, and the best way that I can think of to describe it is, imagine that you're walking up a hill, and you know, or you feel very, very, very strongly that just on the other side of that hill, once you finally get to the top, whatever it is that you want, that thing that you're grasping for, it's going to be there, right? On the other side of the hill, whatever it is, I just have to get there first. Now, what I've found, and what I'm learning, because I am not a sage or a prophet or a genius. I'm just a person. But what I've found is that thing, whatever it is, it's not that you'll never get it, because you might get it. It might be that thing is a really nice apartment, and you might get it. But then what? Once you've gotten it, are you happy? Now that you have it, let's say you do get it, are you satisfied? Or is there going to be another hill And is there going to be another thing that's just out of grasp, just out of reach? Because in my experience, there always is. So, what are you looking for? Really? Do you know? Do you have a pretty good idea? But more than that, let's say that you get it. What then? So, what I find, is that if you throw yourself into this search, if you are always chasing the ox through the woods, saying, just over this next hill, just over this next hill, just through this next forest, I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna get it, and then what? Everything is solved. Like, let's say you catch the ox, okay, everything is solved. You're happy forever now, you have the ox. Unfortunately, everything I know about being human tells me that that's not how it's gonna go. So, something you might try, maybe it'll work and maybe it won't, probably it will be somewhere in between, rather than throwing yourself into the search over and over and over again, just sit. Just sit with whatever you have right now, even if it sucks, and it might suck. You know, it might really, really suck, but that's what you have right now. And it doesn't mean being okay with the way things are if things aren't great. It just means to remind yourself, wherever you are right now, that's where you are. You're here. You're just sitting. It's okay. And that thing that you're looking for, whatever it is, even if it's the most noble thing in the universe, you know, it's not going to, first of all, be exactly what you think or hope it is. And it's not going to fix everything. So instead of searching and yearning for that whatever it is, that thing just over the hill, just sit. Just sit with yourself wherever you're standing and go from there. And I'll definitely talk about that, about just sitting. And how exactly do you do that? How do you just sit wherever you are and be okay with that? How is that possible? I would love to talk about that, and I'm sure I will. But for now, this poem is called Returning to the Source, and it's the last poem in the sequence. Returning to the source. You have returned to the source. Effort is over. The intimate self is blind and deaf. Inside the hut, nothing outside is seen. Waters are boundless, flowers red. Thank you.